In this video, we're going to demonstrate how you can use the Alpha Shell to test a PhoneGap Cordova application on a real mobile device without having to go to the trouble of actually building your own Cordova application. So you can see here we have a very simple application with two buttons. This first button takes a picture using the native camera. So you can see if I try to run it in the builder, I get told that I'm not using PhoneGap because I'm not really on a mobile device. The Ajax callback, of course, does work. So what we're going to do now is we're going to publish this component to AlphaCloud, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Alpha Shell, and we're going to show how you can test this component on a real mobile device very easily. So let's start out by going back to the web control panel, and we're going to publish this to AlphaCloud. We'll just go ahead here and use live test. So we'll go there and choose AlphaCloud, and I'm just going to go ahead there and click OK, and this will start the process of publishing to AlphaCloud. So we'll log into our AlphaCloud account, and now we're going to go ahead and actually publish to AlphaCloud. And I'll just pause while this completes. So we've now done publishing to AlphaCloud, so let's go ahead and run our component. So this is going to open up the browser now. And we'll see now the component is running on AlphaCloud. Let's just make the browser a little bit smaller. We can see there's the address. If we say take a picture, it still doesn't work because we're not really on a mobile device. But the Ajax callback does work. So we're going to now take this URL because we're going to need this URL to go to Alpha Shell. And then what we're going to do is the next thing we're going to do is actually generate QR codes so that we can register this component in Alpha Shell. So we'll go back to the UX builder here, and we'll go to menu, and then we'll choose Alpha Shell QR codes. So we'll generate a QR code that has both the component name and the server. So our component name is test1. Our URL is going to be basically just this. So that's the base URL of our server, of our server. And then the description, I'll just go here and type in AlphaCloud, and then I'll generate the QR code. So I now have this QR code that I can now go into Alpha Shell on my mobile device and scan this code. So I'm going to just go ahead now and show the mobile device. So here's the mobile device running. And now what I'm going to do on this mobile device is click on the hamburger menu here and say we'd like to add a new component. And we can now either type in the URL, but we've got a QR code, so we're going to go ahead now and say scan, and then I'm going to point now to the QR code that we just produced over there. So now we've gone ahead and we've scanned the QR code. So there's the name of the component, there's the server, and there's the description. So we'll go ahead there and click OK, and we'll see that that's added the component over there, but it's also at the same time, if we go to settings, we've also added the AlphaCloud server over there. And if we go ahead here and say test Ajax callback, we can see that that's a valid address there. So if we go back now, we can now load this component into the shell. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK. So now this component is running on Alpha Shell. So if I do an Ajax callback, we can see that that is going to work correctly. And now let's go ahead and take a picture. So I'm going to tap on the take a picture button, and that's going to open up the camera. So let's go ahead there and take a picture. So go ahead and click OK, and then OK there. So there, that we've just filled in the picture now. And so what we've shown over here is that we're testing a mobile app on a real mobile device. It's a Cordova PhoneGap application, but we didn't have to go through the process of building the PhoneGap application or the Cordova application. And now we can go back here And if we make changes to the component, so let's go ahead there and make a change to this component. Let's go here and change the label on this. Let's go make it change the label on the button from take a picture to say take a picture to. And now if I want to basically see that, I need to publish that to my server. So I can go ahead and now publish this to my AlphaCloud account. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'll just save the component now. I'll go back now to my AlphaCloud account here. Go to Web Projects there and go to Live Test. And now republish this. I'll just do an incremental update. And I'll just pause while this completes. So we've completed publishing to AlphaCloud now. So let's go back to the mobile device and reload the application. So we'll just go back here and click on, let's move this out of the way, and click on the button there. And you can see that the component loads onto the phone. And now we can see that we've got the modified version. So the button now says take a picture to. And if we click that, then of course we will open up the camera. So again, what we've shown is that we can easily iterate and test different versions of our component without having to go and build a Cordova application by just running it in Alpha Shell. And we can also register multiple components very easily in the shell, each of them with different servers, and then each time you click on a component in the component list, the appropriate server is selected and the component is loaded into the shell. Thank you very much for watching.